report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishu, AKC, as our number the first, every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona, the 103.5 FM, as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emas and Ebona, the corner 24/7, 24/7.
That's right. It's about time. Nebona, the 103.5 FM. The time to play the role of ombudsmanship. The time, to dissect issues. The time to cause social change in our society. It is also a time, for us as a people to share our wisdom. This is that moment when, we get to meet ndị ma ife na the society, ndị nwere, ndị brain fagbogote, onwe issue a ga na-etrit otu ọbụla everybody ga-etinye ọnụ na ya because na ha mma ife ya ekwu mana onwe nke anyị na-ekwu ebe a bụrụ nke anyị a dissect tinye anya n'ime ọfụma because nọ ife dị mkpa anyị ga-akpa maka our society. So a lot of Igbo people do not believe in the representation of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, most especially when it comes to their efforts towards the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kano, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. So this is how I welcome you to this wonderful, awesome, spirit and knowledge-filled edition of Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. I am the one and only Martin Ifan Shuku AKZ as our number the first, the one that I call Metal. Talking about Ohaneze Ndibo, in case you don't know, Ohaneze Ndibo is an Igbo social cultural organization in Nigeria. The group aims to represent the interests of all Igbo communities within and outside the country. So at a time, this is what Ohaneze Ndibo worldwide represents for Ndibo on a very good day. But a lot of people will also say no, they are not, they don't believe in this, leadership of Ohaneze Ndibo or that. This is all we heard before, the demise of the head, the President General of Ohaneze Ndibo, whose burial is ongoing now, today being the first day of November 2024. Before we continue, we ask that the good Lord will accept the spirit of and the soul of Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, the President General of Ohaneze Ndibo, the late Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Anyway, before we go any further, let me make it clear that Ohaneze Ndi Igbo is, a socio-cultural group that represents the Igbo people, the interests of the Igbo people, talking about it when it comes to the national affairs. So what Afenifere is to the Yoruba people, that is what Arewa represents for the northerners, for Hausa people. And that's what Ohaneze Ndi Igbo represents for Ndi Igbo. That is Igbo people all over the world and the Igbo people residing in Nigeria. Now, if you look at the leadership of some of these social-cultural organizations in Nigeria, when you talk about Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Afenifere, Arewa, and you see that the leadership is always about the elderly, that's how it goes. Because most times you see that people who are leading in these organizations are elderly men. And, at the end of the day, you see that it is about experience. It's about how grounded one is, in those affairs that we are talking about. But if you begin to compare, the leadership of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo to that of, Afenifere, you always hear about crisis in both parties, when it comes to Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. When it comes to Afenifere, when you hear those crises, it's about tussle, about who is going to lead at the end of the day. So, but you find out that most times, it looks as if, the way the leadership of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo ends is basically is showing a pattern that suggests that life expectancy of the Igbo people is that little to compare with that of the Yorubas. Because I'm not saying that completely right in all of this, but I'm only saying that if you look at what is going on, at the demise of Iwanyanwu now, you also look at the demise of Nwodo, as well, and then you begin to compare some of these things. And ever since, we've heard of Nwodo and Iwanya, we've only known of one tenor from Fashoranti when it comes to Afenifere now, down to now Adebanjo also. But today, being the first day of November 2024, is the burial of Iwanyanwu, the President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, with all of his plans, for Igbo people. If you remember, the role he played when demolition was going on in Lagos, how he stepped into the situation at the time. And then you also see some of the plans he had, and a lot of things that he was talking about under the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, a lot of development that he talked about, he was initiating at the time, and all of that. But yet there are people who still do not believe in the leadership of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. This and more will be the cause of our discussion on this particular edition of Street Report on Ebona and the 103.5 FM. I remain Martin Ifan Shuku Ekezie. As our number the first, the one that I call Metal. I want you to stick around with this one. It is coming from Zoro, and we'll be right back.
Anywhere in the world, I am able to conquer. Look at the hustler, look at you time, I can't get you the money. Looking at to have your money, but daily 40 feet container still clear on the daily. Brave, him and I'm working with lobby. We sing the business, Kai Triple Gaba, let you cook one easy. When you want a logic with a londo, as on no, Salano, with a ranch, Echifuala, your culture and roots. Hey, Misiago and Timberland boots. Now I'm so hero with the swag of a boss. The guy even do okay, he very Ross. one for global. I need your local. I need your red cap chicks with the title. I got boss and Z for the culture. Maya from kind from
my pride, my pride, the best we do. I need to put my pride, my pride, the best we do. I need to put my pride, I need to put my pride, you. I need to put my pride. I need to put my pride, you. Check for now, man, I get every single video. Man, I get.
Proud of my heritage. Put up my phone, I deserve a lot for it. Someone for them, for my Sunday ship for it. In the good hand, good it. In the most my one for the hero. For my love, for my I never know so you name is the media look at it, didn't get to it. Okay, boss, one look at that. I'm not that's a word. You voice, my pride, come into my pride. The name is in the video. I mean, I never put my pride. Come into my pride. The name is in the video. I mean, I never put my pride. 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 Now, and I'm again, every single video. Now, and I'm again, every single video. Now, and I'm again, every single video. Now, and I'm again, every single
Yes, that's right. Yes, if you're talking about Ohaneze Ndibo, most especially, most times you get to see, a lot of crisis over time about Tozo for leadership and all of that. At the time, you begin to even see some factions, and when you get to hear about the Isi Guzoro faction and all of that, a lot of Tozo over time. But still, this is supposed to serve a purpose for our people at the end of the day. The social cultural organization known as, Ohaneze Ndibo is supposed to serve a lot of purpose. And that is what we saw in the leadership of, the late Chief Iwanyang, in some of the things that he was negotiating, some of the things that he wanted to do at the time, as the President General of Ohaneze Ndibo. And the role, he played in okay, in mediating in the issue of what's it called, demolition of properties in Lagos. You know what he did then. A lot of effort is going into that trying to secure the interest of Igbo people at the end of the day. But still a lot of people do not believe in the leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo. This is how I welcome you back to Street Report on Airborne at 103.5 FM. I remain the one and only Martin Ifan Shuku Ekezie. As our number the first, the one that I call Metal. Yes, when I begin to talk about life expectancy when it comes to the leadership of Ohanes and Ndibo, you get to hear about okay this leader. We've not over time we've not heard so much about any leader that died in or like being a leader of Afenifere at a time. What we know is you get to see okay he's done with his tenure and he's out of office and then another person takes over. But if you look at that of Igbo people, that of Ohanes and Igbo, you see that okay, that of Nwodo, he died in office, and then Iwanyanwu took over. Iwanyanwu also died in office. Another person is also going to take over, and there are some rumors in the streets you get to hear because here is street report, and we're talking about what is going on in the street. Because now you get to hear some people say that yeah, is because they are not serving their purpose so much. That's where you hear. But nobody have that right to blame a dead person about what went down when he was not here. Well, like what went down when he was here with us at the time. But some people will say, okay, if you look at what Nnamdi Kanu represents for Ndibo, it is Nnamdi Kanu is like the epitome or the embodiment of the suffering of Ndibo, the embodiment of that segregation of that, that word that, of president, the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo described as Igbophobia. The fact that, okay, there is this fear about the Igbo person and how he is treated, at the end of the day, coming out of that fear, the effect of that fear on the Igbo, like Igbo people. So some people believe that because these people are not, some of these people did not play a vital role in the securing the unconditional release of Mazen and the Kanu at the end of the day. You see that some people are believing that okay, that is why it is going down like this. But the truth is that there is a lot of effort went into the trying to secure like that the ability, or would I say a lot of effort went into the fact that you know Nnamdi Kano's release. At the time a lot of people did a lot of things to see if Nnamdi Kano will get out of DSS custody at the end of the day. If you look at what the boy is good Mbazurika Ameche did, while he was there with us at the time. You see that he went to the president, did a whole lot of things to make sure that Nnamdi Kano is released, but he didn't see that happen in his lifetime. At the time, you will also see that Iwayamu played a lot of role in trying to secure the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kano as well, as the leader of Ohanes and Ndibo. So when you are talking about the interests of Ndibo, the first thing you must talk about is Mazen Nandekano. That's just the thing. If you are saying, okay, I want to secure the interests of Ndibo, that's the first thing you must talk about. At the end of the day. So as today, the first day of November 2024, is the burial of Chief Iwanyanwu. Let's reminisce a little bit about his person at the end of the day. Ohaneze Iwanyanwu Ohaneze Ndigbo returns to leadership role of old. So this is it. A fresh leadership tussle may have erupted in the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohaneze Ndigbo following the death of his President General Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu on July 25th, 2024. Without delay, the Chairman Elder Council of Ohaneze Ndigbo in Rivers State, Chief Jackson Omenazo, has declared himself de facto and the acting President General to run the affairs of the organization pending fresh election in January next year. This is even when his nomination as Deputy President General of the organization, which was presented to the National Executive Council of Ohaneze Ndigbo in 2023, did not receive approval. Imo's tenure in Ohaneze Ndibo is still running, though there are uncertainties if the state would want to nominate another candidate to serve out the remaining 4 months of his tenure after losing two of his illustrious sons on the seat. The tenure of the current executive of the organization will expire in January 2025. Omenazu, who may have relied on the saying that nature abhors vacuum, also stated that he is constitutionally bound to lead Ohaneze Ndigbo following his nomination by the Rivers State branch and his presentation to the National Executive Council last year. He told newsmen, I will take over by the constitution of Ohaneze and his oranogram. I will take over. I will be the de facto President General and acting President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo by the demise of Chief Iwanyanwu. There is no provision for the Secretary General to take over. I am coming to take over so that we can plan the burial of Iwanyanwu and the midwife the procession of our transition next year. He noted that he had been nominated by the Rivers branch of Ohaneze Ndigbo to serve out their turn last year following the death of the former Deputy President General of Joel Koram, who died in active service in 2022. So you see that there is tussle already. Even with the burial going on today, the burial of Chief Iwanyanwu going on today, there is tussle for leadership in Ohanes and Igbo now as we speak. And this is not the first time it's happening. Fresh crisis looms in Ohanese over tenor extension 2011. This one happened in 2010. With the fury of endorsement by the Imobi Inakakus, Ohanese General Assembly, Ohanese Youth Council (OIC), and Aki Kenga, the Ambassador Ralph Weshio, led National Executive Council Committee of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohaneze Ndigbo will enjoy a two-term extension. In other words, their term of office will no longer terminate this month. It will expire in December 2012. So whenever you talk about, Ohaneze Ndigbo, you always hear about leadership tussle and all of that. It always takes like maybe a year or two. There will always be a leadership tussle in Ohaneze Ndigbo. Then with all of this, you will now begin to see that, okay, is this serving the purpose that is supposed to serve Ndigbo? Since there is always disruptions in the process of leadership in Johannes and Ndigbo. That's what we are talking about today on this particular edition of Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. The question today basically is, what must be done to put Ohaneze Ndigbo in order that it will serve the purpose it's supposed to serve Ndigbo at the end of the day. Now, the thing is, when it comes to this leadership tussle and all of that that goes on in Ohaneze, what do we know as Igbo people do about it? Because it concerns us. Just the way Yoruba people have their affinity and it works for them in one way or the other. That's the way our own is supposed to serve a purpose for us. Now, still looking at the tussle, Ohaneze chieftain alleges Nwodo's tenure has expired. This one went down in 2019. That is before the demise of Nwodo himself. There was, leadership tussle at the time. Somebody will talk about, expiration of tenure and all of that. Now, a chieftain of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Prince Richard Ozubu, has alleged that the tenure of the present National Executive Council of Ohaneze Ndigbo elapsed in 2018, and he therefore called for dissolution of Chief Nyanwodo led leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo for urgent convocation of an electoral committee to conduct election for a new set of Ohaneze leadership. Ozobu said that his call was based on the constitution of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, which he claimed stipulates that the tenure of executive organ of the group was for 2 years. So I'm talking about all of these things because if you look at the purpose that these social cultural organizations are supposed to serve us as a people, are we actualizing it? If you ask me, I would say no. Because if you look at the way it goes, when it comes to Hanez and Dibo, I'll use two persons as, I will use two persons as an example now. Afenifere and Ohanez and Dibo. When you talk about Afenifere now, let's look at somebody called Sunday Igoho and there's somebody called Mazen and the Kano. These two individuals are similar, but the only difference there is that this one is a Yoruba person and this other person is an Igbo person. So the purpose Afenifere was supposed to serve in the life of Sunday Igboho. Did it serve it? I think I would say yes. And then the purpose that Ohaneze Ndibo is supposed to serve in the life of Mazen Nandekano, that purpose, was it materialized at the end of the day? And I would say no. So we are looking at it. How do we make this serve the purpose that is supposed to serve us as a people, as Ndibo? So let me break it down. I want to put today the leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo as starter Ifo 1st of November 2024 with the burial of the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. And the Akwa enwebego leadership tussle n'ime Ohaneze Ndigbo. And now I point him out two different, social cultural organizations, both Ohaneze Ndigbo and Afenifere bụ nke ndị Yoruba, and the purpose ọ kwesịrị na-serve for. And then in the process I have found yes, nke ndị a bụ Afenifere na-serve the purpose ọ kwesịrị na-serve, then nke anyị bụ Ohaneze Ndigbo ọ na-serve the purpose ọ kwesịrị na-serve. Yes, I need to hear from you. Kedu ife ilo maka ife anyị na-akpa yotago nkata anyị na-akpa ebe a bụ nke dị core, nke dị nke ga-solve a lot of problem mana ọ dị very difficult to talk about in the first place. So ọ bụla for everybody. Ọ bụ for ndị gbogote when it comes to thinking deep about situations, about about solutions to those situations at the end of the day. Now, the numbers you call and then you become part of this conversation is 08065796599. Then you become part of this conversation. We need to hear from you. When it comes to this leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo and the Kedifa Game Ohaneze Ndigbo, because for the purpose of for this is very important. Very important that we talk about it. So keep the calls coming 08065796599. Let's hear from you right about now.